What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy King Art, Crowned by Purpose, and I'm here with my boy Faraj, Season of God. First meetup in the
Yo,
brotherhood, feel me? Had to do it.
had to do it.
So today we talking about healing that inner boy inside, that little boy, that childhood self. And my brother Siraj, he's been through a lot, and I'm gonna have him give his input on everything that he's been through and how he's been healing. So take the floor.
Yo, it's nice to be here. It's nice to meet my brother in person for the first
Yes, sir.
time. We've been corresponding back and forth for about 3 to 4 months on the brotherhood. An online WhatsApp chat that we found with Purpose Driven, another YouTuber that we both look up to and found some inspiration from. And so today we're gonna be talking about healing the little boy inside. That little boy that you've been putting to the side and repressing those feelings and not dealing with them, that trauma, that feeling of not being seen. And so first we want to talk about the wound. What happened to that little boy that these feelings never got addressed? Um, what happened to you to cause this trauma, to put you in this dark spot that you needed to repress these feelings? Because if you look at it, every man has that little boy inside of him that's wounded, that's crying out for attention.
That pent up childhood trauma that never got released because we never knew how to. Especially as men, we always get told, "Oh, man up. You shouldn't cry. You shouldn't show emotion. You just gotta take it on the chin." Feel me? But nah, the only way to heal is by dealing with that trauma head first. Feel me?
Right. And sometimes it's not from just straight rejection. It's not from not being acceptance. Sometimes it's just from the silence that he never got to voice those feelings that he felt. And you kind of just like throw them in your backpack. Yeah, they're there. You don't see them, but you're still carrying this every day throughout your life.
Can't let that cup overflow because, like they said in the brotherhood meeting today, they said something I really liked. It was when you try to stop that cup from overflowing, it's like trying to stop a river. You have to let that river flow. That's the only way you're gonna feel it naturally. When you try to just pent it up, you try to just hold it back. At some point, it's all gonna burst, and then you have that negative reaction, and then people looking at you like, "Yo, why would he react like that? Like, what's wrong with him?" That's why we get treated this way because we don't know how to express these emotions. Nobody understands us. But when you begin to face that inner trauma, that little boy that never got to express his emotions, that's when healing truly starts, and that's when your self-improvement journey is really going to take you to that next level.
So let's talk about the mask that we as men, we put on every day, not addressing those feelings, keeping them in that backpack. Yeah, we might be providers, we might lead and protect, but are you actually feeling the emotions that's coming over you? Um, the little boy that never learned to rest, that learned only to perform. So are you performing? Or are you actually going to nurture and give love from a full cup? Or are you just pouring out the last little drips that you have?
Nah, me growing up, I always had to put this mask on, feel me? That I just couldn't be who I wanted to be. I couldn't be myself. I always felt like I was a loser because everybody around me was so talented, and I always felt like I wasn't enough. And that's a trauma that I had to face recently. Like, you're not a loser. Like, everybody went through things that you don't even know about. Like, that mask is real. You put that mask on, that's how you face the world. You got to put that smile on your face and not really show what's going on inside until the mask breaks. And then everybody sees it all at once in the worst way possible. So yeah, bro, that mask is real.
Right. And healing, the real healing is going to stop when you stop performing for love, but just learn how to receive and accept it. And, you know, the world's going to tell you, don't cry. But God is going to tell you, bring these feelings that you feeling to me so we can address them, so we can deal with them, so you can move past them, so you can accept them and stop trying to hide them and repress them. Because it's real healing that needs to be done. And as long as you reject the healing, you're rejecting your growth.
Powerful, powerful. Yeah, bro. So tell them a little bit about what you used to go through and how you've been healing from it.
So as a child, I went through abandonment, the feelings of needing to perform to get love. Like Arturo said, like sports and stuff. I kind of felt like a trophy to my dad. It's like if my grades wasn't performing, and he even told this to me clearly, as if it to me, it was like, now do you realize where you went wrong? Or are you just covering it up with excuses? He told me, yeah, you might have been on punishment, but you still got to play football. You still got to go to your Pokemon card tournaments. You still got to go play baseball. And in my head, I wasn't to the point where I could confront him and ask him, like, I'm good at these things. So are you showing me off as a trophy, or are you actually accepting me for who I am? Because when we go home, I'm in my room. I'm on punishment. I'm looked at differently because my grades wasn't correct. But you still taking me out to perform though. But when we get home, I'm alone. I'm in my room dealing with emotions that I don't know how to deal with. And so I had to look at myself, and because these things were showing up in my real life now as an adult, in my relationships, in the way that I'm raising my kids. I had to come to grips with, wait, this is wrong. I can't keep the trauma going. The trauma has to end with me no matter what. So no matter what type of pain I have to endure to heal, that's okay. Because I don't want to continue to bleed on the people I love. So for me, this healing has been, it's been painful. It's been stepping into the unknown and just dealing with what's there and facing these things and dealing with the consequences of the mistakes that I've made. And in this, I realized that I have to become the father to give love to that little boy, to show him that he's seen, to let him know it's okay to express your emotions. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be frustrated. So now I'm learning how to express these emotions through him and to show him love. Because that boy's always been creative. He's always been lovable. He's always been worthy. He was chosen by God before he created the world. God breathed his breath into that boy the same way as he breathed his breath into everybody else that's here. Every other creation that we come across. But he was stuck in a cycle of unworthiness. I'm not worthy. I'm not loved. I'm not seen. But now it's your chance to be that person to see that little boy and to acknowledge him and let him know that he is worthy and that he is loved and that you see him.
So let me ask you, how has incorporating God really helped you on this healing journey? Because God, for me personally, He's shown me the things that I've been neglecting. Like He's shown me that trauma that I needed to face, and I've been facing it every single day. So tell me how God, especially for your bread season of God, how He's been helping you through this trauma.
Yeah, so I tell you, I didn't grow up a Christian. I didn't grow up having faith. I didn't grow up in that. My father wasn't into it. My mother didn't force it. So for me, I'm figuring this all out alone as an adult with children, with responsibilities. So while I'm wrestling with God, I'm also wrestling with the life that I have going on. So for me, it's been difficult making sure that I'm making time for God along with taking care of the responsibilities that I have and making sure that my physical health is right, my mental health is right, and then making that connection with the spiritual. So for me, it's been tough, but in your weakness, God will strengthen you. So even though I might be weak, God's power is still able to flow through me and do the things that I'm doing and to bring light to other people, to pour into other people's cups. Even when things not lining up correctly in my life, to be able to step into that unknown and just trust and have faith in God that He's still there with me, that He never left, that He's always going to be there. That's where I find my power at nowadays. It's not through me, it's through God. It's through the things that He's built up into me and the things that I see throughout the world and the experiences I have with different people. These are God working in different ways. It doesn't have to always be God literally spoke into your ear. It could be my brother right here telling me something and I'm like, wow, that really resonate with me. Like I feel that in my soul. Like God can use other people and other things than just Him speaking directly to you to talk to you and to show you where you could be better, where you need to show up more, where you need to take yourself from. Because everything that you in is not feeding your spirit. You could be diminishing yourself by continuing to be in places that God don't want you in relationships, in a job, in a group, in different communities that you interact with throughout the day.
Yeah, that's powerful, bro. That's powerful. And you know, ever since I got to know you, bro, I've seen the healing. I've seen it. You've been through a lot. You tell me about it. But I see you every day. You getting better, and you know, you keep me motivated because I've been going through my own things lately. I've been going through a lot. Getting closer to God is the hardest thing I've ever done, and like if you're not ready for it, bro, it's gonna hit you like a freight train. But you know, once you're there, you can't go back. Because if you go back at that point, you just blatantly disrespecting, blatantly, and you know, I see a lot of myself healing through you. Like the things you do have helped me heal. The things you talk about have helped me heal, especially on your TikTok, on your YouTube. Like you have some very powerful words on there. And I appreciate everything that you talk about and just the way you've been here for me, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's wrap this up. What's your final thoughts on this?
I want to say just make sure that God is the foundation. make sure God is the foundation. Before you making big moves or before you enter that relationship, before you get that new job, pray on these things and let the Holy Spirit lead the way. I made a big move that allowed me and this brother to even be together, and it was on a whim.
Yeah.
It was on a whim. I made this decision Wednesday morning at 1 o'clock Wednesday morning at 1 o'clock in the morning. And now it's Sunday. And we made it happen. And we're states away. But if you follow the Holy Spirit and you let the Holy Spirit guide you instead of trying to control everything, it's not going to steer you wrong. Mm-hmm. Where you get steered wrong is when you try to interject your will over God's will. And so to wrap it up with the heal the little boy inside you, it's things that's bothering you that you need to confront. You need to confront these things and pull up a mirror and look at it. Like, yes, I understand you were neglected as a child, but now it's your opportunity to love yourself. It's your opportunity to give love to that child that never got to see it. And then if it's a person involved, to release that person, to forgive that person. Because that's healing as well. You don't need to directly be in contact with that person, but if you can release them from carrying that burden, you're releasing yourself.
Powerful. That's very powerful. And like you said, forgiveness is the number one thing in this healing journey. Because even while you're healing, you may do things that aren't right, and you got to forgive yourself for it.
Forgive yourself.
Forgive yourself. That's the most important thing. And then forgive everybody else. And it's not for them. It's for you. It's for your mental health. It's for your healing. Like, if you made it this far, leave a comment down below. I'm ready to forgive myself, because I feel like a lot of us that are healing, we haven't forgave ourselves yet for feeling the emotions that we felt, for holding those emotions back. And it's very powerful to do that. Mm-hmm. And once you do that, your healing journey is truly going to begin. So,
and be truthful.
Yeah.
Big truths come with big grace. Little truths come with little grace. And God is ready to fill your cup. So let him. Hey, it's been real, brother. I'm happy we was able to link and make this video.
Hey, man. This is only the first of many.
The first of many.
Bro. We're gonna be making more content, feel me? Like, this was good. This is good. I'm happy. This is all thanks to our brother Malik, Purpose Driven. Without him, none of this would be possible.
Shout out.
I've only known him for 3-4 months. And now, look at us now, making content. We up next, bro. This is the start of something big. Just know that.
Yes, sir.
I got some other brothers that we gonna link up with, make content with, all that. So stay tuned, stay tuned.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Yeah. And make sure you subscribe and join the journey. I'm gonna leave his links on the screen somewhere. And subscribe, follow him, leave some comments, show him love. Because he's up next.
We crowned by purpose.
And we in a season of God.
And we enter in our season of God.
Yeah.
God bless y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Stay blessed.